Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today I wanted to shine some light on a topic that I feel isn't talked about enough, the mechanic of character customization in video games. It seems pretty cool at face value, but can cause pivotal issues when it comes to the games that utilize it. So in what cases can it be good, and what games actually do it well? Well, I'll be discussing these exact questions in today's video. Character customization, a story game's greatest folly. Now, as you saw in the title, I said that character customization sucks, but more specifically I'm opposed to one type of character customization. What are the different types of character customization, you may ask? Well, in my opinion, after thinking over the topic for a little bit, I believe that there are two types that roughly cover the nature of every game with character customization: fundamental customization and detail customization. Fundamental customization, which is the kind that I'm against, is when you create the character yourself before the game starts and determine all the features. The other type of customization, which I'm completely fine with in the right scenarios, is when you have an existing character that is already fleshed out, where you alter small details such as the hairstyle or the clothing. One perfect example that ironically shows both sides of customization is Red Dead Redemption 2. In the single-player game, you play as a set character, Arthur Morgan, who you can customize through small details like the clothes and hair, but he still remains the same character with the same traits, mannerisms, etc. However, in Red Dead Online, which is included when you purchase Red Dead Redemption 2, you create your own avatar however you want to, and this is where you run into some issues, which don't only apply to Red Dead. The problem that I have with it is the fact that you only get a few voice lines, if any, meaning that you barely get to know the personality of the character. I mean, how could they even have a personality? The game can't read your mind about the character traits of your own custom character. And some games try to play it off by having NPCs saying something along the lines of, "Oh, you aren't the talking type." But in my mind, that's just an unsatisfying solution. In my opinion, the best games always have a character arc with the main character or surrounding characters, and that just isn't as feasible with such a malleable character. So in essence, fundamental customization removes the personality of a game's character, which in my opinion limits the potential of the game. But there is one game that got it very close to right, which is the relatively new release of Hogwarts Legacy. In the game, you have the ability to create your own character before the game starts, customizing the gender, the hair, scars, blemishes, etc. But most importantly, you can pick a voice for your character. The reason why, as you may assume, is because the character actually speaks during the game. This already makes a huge difference by adding a personality to your character, but despite this, there are still limitations that you just can't get around. The main one being that in the game, you only have one voice option really, which is the default, because the other voices are just the same voice actor pitched up and pitched down, causing the voices to seem very metallic sounding unless you pick the default.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
The solution could be to have multiple voice actors with different pitches of voice, but that would be very redundant to deal with for the game developers and the voice actors, having to do voices for the exact same lines most of the time. And why is having one voice option a problem? Well, it isn't really, but it seems somewhat contradictory considering every other aspect of your character is customizable, and just displays the limitation of the mechanic. Additionally, in Hogwarts Legacy, you do have a personality, but it is very basic and static, and you can't really do anything about that in a game with fundamental customization. But I believe that this example, Hogwarts Legacy, is a great game nonetheless, but just could have been better. Another game I wanted to bring to attention where the lack of speech actually added to the game is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and now Tears of the Kingdom. In the game, the main character Link, who actually doesn't have fundamental customization, doesn't talk at all during the game. At first this kind of annoyed me and felt lazy, but then I realized it made sense in the context of the game. If you are familiar with Zelda, you know that Link's sole purpose is to be Zelda's knight and he must bear that burden with strength and power. So yeah, because of this is one of the very few exceptions to the rule, and fundamental customization is bad for video games that have a storyline, because it simply removes the necessary personal traits and development. If you think otherwise, feel free to leave a comment, and if you enjoyed, I would appreciate it if you supported me by liking the video and subscribing. And I know that this video is a little bit shorter than one I would typically make, but I just wanted to get my ideas about this out there because I thought it was a very interesting take that not many people would really think about. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.